Buying your first car? Avoid these costly mistakes. Many first-time buyers fall into common traps that lead to overspending and bad deals. In this guide, we'll cover the 10 biggest mistakes and how to avoid them, from budgeting and financing to negotiation strategies. Let's get started. Let us get straight down to business. Number 10, you did not establish a budget first. Why is this the first mistake on your list of the top 10 mistakes that drivers make when purchasing their first car? Because the dealer will try to sell you something that you are unable to buy if you do not have a clear understanding of what you are capable of affording. They will convince you to agree, and then you will find yourself buried in the very first car you ever had. As a result, you must have a clear understanding of what the monthly payment translates into in terms of the overall cost of a car, particularly if you are considering monthly payments. In the event if your monthly payment enables you to purchase a car that costs $30,000, depending on the amount of money you have put down, you should not be considering automobiles that cost $40,000 or $50,000. In addition, the dealer is going to try to encourage you to spend more money than you can afford if you do not know what your monthly budget is. Let me make it perfectly obvious to you all. Together with my father, I have been working on the development of this business and this YouTube channel, which is called Car Edge, for the past 5 years. The 10% rule is covered in videos that we have. You can search for it on Google, YouTube, or ChatGPT. I don't care. Perform a search using the terms 10% rule to buy a car and Car Edge, and you will discover all of our materials on how to establish a budget when purchasing a vehicle. Here is the key phrase, the 10% rule, which states that your budget should not exceed 10% of your gross monthly income of any amount. Number 9, concentrating just on the monthly payments. Zarinya. The second mistake that you see most commonly with first-time car buyers is concentrating solely on the monthly payments. This was just brought up a moment ago. My question is, why is this the second most significant error? Because if the only thing that you are concerned about is the monthly payment, rather than the price of the vehicle, the length of the loan, or the duration of the loan, the dealership will simply prolong the length of the loan to make the payment appear to be more affordable. In the meantime, they have not made any changes to the price at which the vehicle is being sold anywhere. The dealer may extend the loan to 72 or even 84 months to make it appear as though you are getting a good bargain if you are only concerned with the payment. However, the truth is that you will end up paying a significantly higher amount of interest throughout the loan. Additionally, it is essential to negotiate the out-the-door price, which refers to the purchase price of the vehicle in addition to any costs. In the event that you are just concerned with the payment, you will be completely unaware of the true cost. Out-the-door price is the key word that should be researched. Number 8, skipping the pre-approval step. This is reserved for individuals who are financing a new or used automobile. Why it is such a major mistake to bypass the pre-approval process? Considering that if you are pre-approved, you are already aware of the following information: the interest rate that your loan should be at. Please provide the loan term repayment period that you are most comfortable with. If you do not have a pre-approval, the dealership may say something like, "Oh my God, we were able to cash in a favor for you and get you approved," while in reality, they are just inflating your interest rate for the sake of making more money. We have a fantastic whiteboard video that explains all there is to know about financing a vehicle, including the difference between purchase rates and sell rates. On the other hand, if you do not have pre-approval, you essentially lose leverage and put yourself in a position where you are likely to fail. Number 7, mistake is that you did not research the total cost of ownership. What do you mean when you say that the total cost of ownership is so crucial, and what exactly do you mean by it? Several first-time purchasers are just concerned with the monthly payment for their vehicle. However, they fail to take into consideration the following: insurance, which may amount to hundreds of dollars each month, maintenance and repairs, gas, depreciation, the amount by which the value of the automobile decreases over time, and gas. Number 6, ignoring vehicle history reports. We are aware that the reports provided by Carfax and AutoCheck are not flawless, but you cannot dismiss them when purchasing a second-hand automobile. Why is this such a significant matter? Given that a vehicle history report has the capability to disclose whether a vehicle, due to the occurrence of significant accidents, the property was deemed a total loss. Additionally, it was either flood damage or reconstructed. It is also required that you obtain a pre-purchase examination from a mechanic who is not affiliated with the seller. There is a possibility that dealers will not disclose any concealed problems, but a mechanic will. Number 5, mistake is that you forget to include taxes and fees in your budget. There is a connection between this and the out-the-door price. How much additional money do taxes and fees often contribute to the total? On average, 10 to 11% of the total purchase price. A car that costs $30,000 is actually going to cost you more than $33,000 when taxes and other fees are taken into account. Please make use of our out-the-door price calculator, which can be found on CarEdge.com, in order to obtain an accurate estimate of the cost for your specific zip code. Number 4, mistake is that you should avoid falling for dealer add-ons, which include things like nitrogen-filled tires, vehicle identification number VIN etching, and paint protection as well. If something is taxable, then it is negotiable, which means that you are not required to pay for it anymore. Even if a dealer claims, "We add this to every car," this does not necessarily indicate that every single buyer will pay for it. Make an offer. Number 3, skipping a pre-purchase inspection. If you are purchasing a used automobile, you should be sure to have it inspected before you buy it. Verify the condition of the vehicle at all times, even if the dealership claims that it is in perfect condition. This is not required for brand new automobiles. However, it is required for pre-owned automobiles without exception. Number 2, you should not negotiate. It is common for first-time buyers to be unaware of the fact that everything is subject to negotiation. This is the pricing of the automobile. The dealer fees, interest rates, and trade-in value are all important aspects to consider. We offer a free video on YouTube called Deal School that is 30 minutes long and teaches you exactly how to negotiate a deal for a car. Number 1, getting emotionally attached to something and making a purchase at the wrong time is the 10th mistake. When do the majority of individuals typically purchase a vehicle? When they must have one, which is the worst possible time. The fact that the dealer is aware that you will not refuse to purchase a car when you are emotionally attached to it gives them complete control over the situation. The most optimal time to make a purchase is at the end of the month, quarter, or year. Sales quotas and incentives are also available to dealers. No is the most powerful 2-letter word, so use it. That's the final piece of advice. Just get out of there and move away if something doesn't feel quite right. If you do that, the dealer will almost certainly come back to you with a greater offer the next time you play. Do you enjoy watching this video? Subscribe to receive additional advice on purchasing a car. Please share this with any individuals who are in the process of purchasing their first vehicle.